Hello everyone. Today we'll be studying ratio and proportion. Okay, so first of all we should know what is ratio. Alright. So what is ratio? Ratio is simply the comparison between two quantities of same kind. Okay, so this thing is important. We can compare two quantities, but both the quantities should be of the same kind. Okay, like for example, if you want you can compare two distances, but I cannot compare a distance and time. Okay, because those two are of different types, different kinds. Alright, they have different units, so we cannot compare those two. Okay, so this is very basic thing. Alright, again, how do we write a ratio? We write it in the simplest form. Okay, so like for example, if 2 is to 6, if this ratio is given, alright, so how do we write it? We will write it in the simplest form, that is like we will simplify it. We'll write it like 1 is to 3. Okay, so a upon b, this is what this is. Actually it is a ratio. It can be written like this also, a is to b. Okay, so the first term is called antecedent and the second term is called consequent. Okay, first term in the ratio is called antecedent and the second term in the ratio is called consequent. Okay, so I'll be explaining this concept using different questions. Okay, for example, let's take one question. What is given if 2x plus 3y is to 3x plus 5y is equals to this? So find x is to y. Now one ratio is already given and we have to find something else. Okay, so you can see the whatever is given in this thing, we have x as well as y. Okay, so how can we solve this thing? We have to find x is to y. That means we have to find x upon y. Okay, so if this thing is given, that means this upon this equals to this upon this. Okay, so if we write it like this, 2x plus 3y upon this equals to 18 upon 29. Now if we solve this thing, how do we solve this? By cross multiplying it. Okay, so this 29 will go on this side and it will get multiplied. Similarly this thing will go on this side and it will get multiplied. Okay, so cross multiply it, we will get this thing, 58x plus 87y equals to 54x plus 90y. Okay, now what to do? We'll take similar terms, like terms on one side. Okay, so that means we'll take this x term on left hand side and y term on right hand side. Alright, so when we take this thing on this side, we'll get 58 minus 54, that is 4x, and 90 minus 87, that is 3y. Okay, now if we take y on left hand side, 4 on right hand side, so what we'll get is x upon y is equals to 4 upon 3. That's what we needed, right? We had to find x is to y and we got it in the end, right? X upon y. X upon y is what? It is nothing but x is to y only, right? So that means our ratio is what? 4 is to 3. So this is how you can solve such type of problems. Okay, we'll take one more example. Now suppose if x is to y is given and we have to find 3x plus 2y is to 2x plus 5y. Okay, so actually there are three different methods which I'll be explaining for this question only. Okay, so you can solve this question by either of those three methods. Okay, so like your first method is, we have to find this thing, 3x plus 2y is to 2x plus 5y. We have to find this. Okay, and what was given, x is to y equals to 2 is to 3. This thing is given, we have to find this. Okay, alright, so how can we write it? Since it is a ratio, we can write it in fraction form, right? So we can write it like this, 3x plus 2y upon 2x plus 5y. Now what we'll do is we'll divide this whole term by y. Okay, if we divide numerator as well as denominator by y, so what we'll get is 3 into x upon y. I have written over here 3 into x upon y, and then if I divide this term by y, so y and y will get cancelled, only 2 will be left, right? So I'll get 3 into x upon y plus 2. Similarly, if we divide y in denominator, I'll get this thing. Okay, alright, so now you can see x upon y, we are getting x upon y in numerator as well as in denominator, and value of this thing is already given in the question. You can see x is to y. X is to y means x upon y only, right? So that means x upon y is equals to 2 is to 3. That means 2 upon 3, right? So what we'll do is we'll substitute the value of x upon y over here. So we'll get 3 into 2 upon 3 plus 2 upon this is this. Alright, now if you just simplify it, solve this thing, in the end you will get this 12 is to 19. Okay, so this is how you can find ratio, this ratio. We have to find this ratio, right? So what are we getting? We are getting 12 is to 19 in the end. Okay, so this is one way to solve it. If you want, you can use another method. What's that? Like this thing is given, x is to y is equals to 2 is to 3, right? This is given. So that means x upon y equals to 2 upon 3, right? I have not written that thing over here, but it is understood, right? So x upon y is equals to 2 upon 3. Then if we cross multiply it, so what we'll get is 3x is equals to 2y. Or in another way, you can like understand it like this thing. If these two ratios are equal, so that means product of extremes, product of means, they are equal. Okay, I'll be explaining this thing in further. Okay, so later on in this chapter I'll be explaining this thing. So x into 3x is equals to 2y. Okay, if you are not getting this, how come we got this thing? So what you can do is you can write it in the fraction form, x upon y equals to 2 upon 3, and then if you cross multiply it, in the end you will get this thing only, 3x equals to 2y. Okay, so now from here what we can do is we can find value of one variable in the form of other variable. Okay, so what I have done is I have found the value of x in terms of y. Okay, if you want, you can find value of y in terms of x also. It completely depends on you. Alright, okay, now what we'll do is we'll put this value of x in the expression, in the ratio which we needed to find. Okay, we have to find this thing, 3x plus 2y upon 2x plus 5y. So what we'll do is in place of x over here and over here, we'll put this value. Okay, so just put that value over here in place of x and then solve this thing. If we solve the numerator, we'll get 4y. If we solve the denominator, we'll get 19y upon 3. Okay, so what you will get is 3 will go in numerator, so you will get 12y upon 19y. Again y and y will get cancelled, so what is left? 12 is to 19. You can see we are getting same answer, right? Okay, there's one more method which you can use, probably the simplest of them all. Okay, so now look, this ratio, it was already given, we had to find this thing. Okay, now if this ratio is given, x is to y is equals to 2 is to 3, so that means if x is 2k, then y is 3k. Okay, listen carefully, if x is 2k, then y is 3k. This ratio, if the ratio of two things is given, so that doesn't mean that the value of x is 2 and value of y is 3. Okay, so you have to be very cautious when you use this method. Okay, you cannot take value of x as 2 and value of y as 3. No, what you have to do is you have to take value of x as 2 into something and y 3 into something. Okay, the same number you have to multiply in both of them, then only the ratio of x and y will be 2 is to 3. Okay, alright, so what we'll do is in place of x we'll put 2k and in place of y we'll put 3k. Okay, in numerator as well as in denominator. Okay, so just substitute those two values and then simplify it. Again, in the end we are getting the same answer. Okay, so while using this method, what you have to keep in mind is you have to put 2k in place of x, you have to use 2k. In place of y, you have to take 3k. You cannot take 2 and 3. Okay, alright. So next thing is composition of ratios. Okay, so first is compound ratio. Now what is a compound ratio? So suppose if we have two different ratios, a is to b and c is to d. Okay, so the compound ratio of these two is what? A into c is to b into d. Okay, the first term in both of these ratio will take those two, like first term and the last terms. Okay, we'll take the first term together and the last term together. So compound ratio is what? A into c is to b into d. Okay, so this is compound ratio. Then second one is duplicate ratio. Now what is duplicate ratio? It is nothing but the compound ratio of two equal ratios. Now suppose if we have a is to b and one more a is to b, so if we take compound ratio of those two, a is to b and again two equal ratios, so that means the second ratio is also a is to b. So if we take compound ratio of those two, what we'll get is A into A is to B into B, right? So that means A square is to B square. Alright, so this is duplicate ratio. Then triplicate ratio. Now triplicate ratio is what? It is compound ratio of 3 equal ratios. Okay, so in this case we'll get A cube is to B cube. Then subduplicate ratio. In subduplicate ratio we have what? Square root of A is to square root of B. Okay, then subtriplicate ratio is what? Cube root of A is to cube root of B. Okay, then reciprocal ratio. So reciprocal ratio of A is to B is what? Reciprocal of those two, reciprocal of the antecedent and the consequent. So if you do reciprocal of A is to B, what you'll get is 1 upon A is to 1 upon B. Okay, then like if you want, you can write it like this also, B is to A, right? Because if you do cross multiplication over here, so what you'll get is B is to A only. Alright, so the reciprocal ratio of A is to B is what? B is to A. Alright, so I hope you understood this lecture. If you have any doubt, you can leave a comment, and we'll continue this chapter in the next lecture. Okay, thank you so much for watching.